Amir, thank you
Hi,
for
Itai.
joining us. By the way, Amir wants to be a medical doctor, and I'm so happy that you become a cybersecurity doctor.
Thank you.
So what's the demo is about?
So we are going to show, to talk about a recent cloud breach that happened to a large financial organization, and we will show how logic protects you against it.
Okay, let's take a look.
So before we start the demo, I want to show you how logic looks like. So it's an example of the flow visualization. So this is how the different entities in your cloud talk to each other. Now, the breach that we are talking about is happened to a large financial organization on AWS, and it exposed 100 million accounts. Here you can see what the attacker did in order to gain access to this data. Basically, she took tokens, the AWS tokens, used it in her environment in order to gain access for the entire S3 bucket of the organization. And if we come back to logic and look at the flow visualization, now we can clearly see that we have a communication with a malicious entity. If we go to the alert screen, we see two related alerts. One alert related to the use of Tor, and the other one is related to the abuse of the access tokens.
Very interesting. Thank you very much, Amir.
Thank you, Itai.
So as you can see with Cloud.Logic, yeah, with Cloud.Logic we can really prevent a very known breach that happened in 19. Now, the thing is that I talked before about all the small components that application is consisting of. Now, obviously, we are starting with virtual machines and Linux that you have in the cloud, and we have plenty of them, but we have new things. We have containers, Kubernetes, we have Docker, we have serverless like Lambda. How do we secure all those small components that you have all over the clouds? For that, we have the nano-agent technology that Gil talked about before. With the nano-agent technology, we can secure your workloads, inside your cloud. Now, I'm happy to introduce two new products that take advantage of this nano-agents technology. The first one is CloudGuard WAP, and the second one is CloudGuard Workload. Let's understand what the two products actually do. Now, you know Checkpoint, we give you access control, zero trust, we give you threat prevention, but what you see here, we're taking it to the next level. We're doing runtime protection, we're doing hardening, vulnerability scanning, we're doing web and API security, not like the old WAF that you need to configure and doing things manually. Here it's all based on machine learning. We're doing code analysis, dynamic and static code analysis inside your code. So we're taking it much deeper, and we're giving it all with automation, fully integrate into your CI/CD. So your developer, your DevOps people can move much faster with this technology. I have with me here TJ. TJ, please join me on stage to show you a demo about workloads. Hi, TJ.
Look what I brought.
Thank you very much. I need it.
Yeah.
So, by the way, TJ is the founder and the CEO of Protego, which we acquired, and he's a workaholic.
Yeah.
From what I know, that you get sick just thinking about sleeping.
Hate sleeping. Hate sleeping.
So what's the demo is about?
Yeah, so we're going to show our new solution for workload protection, the way it works, and what it is supposed to do.
Okay, let's take a look.
So let's start with why do we need a new type of protection? We are used to this world where we had a data center, a monolithic application, and it used to have a perimeter. And we expected the attacker to come through that perimeter. So what did we do? We put a web application firewall on that perimeter, and we hope that it will stop the attacks. Now let's look at the same application in a modern application architecture environment. Instead of one monolithic application, you have hundreds of microservices, serverless functions, containers, interconnected with one another. Each and every one of them has potentially hundreds of different entry points, and the attacker can take advantage of them. It doesn't take a genius to understand that your perimeter is dead. And your new perimeter is the workload itself, whether it's a serverless function or a container. And that's exactly where the concept of workload protection comes in our solution for workload protection with CloudGuard workload. What we do with CloudGuard workload, we put protection where it matters, on the workload itself. In the example we're showing here in the demo, serverless protection. So we have a serverless function that can go anywhere. It can be anywhere. We put what we call function self-protection. It's protection that attaches itself to the function itself. It lives with the function. It goes wherever the function goes. It automatically builds protection profiles for the function, even before it runs, so it knows what the function is supposed to do. And then when the function actually runs, this function self-protection will inspect everything that comes into the function independent of the input. And it will also stop behavioral type attacks. So if the function is trying to do something it's not supposed to do, according to its automatically built profile, we will stop it. So protection that lives with the workload, goes with the workload, known attacks, unknown attacks, always there, doesn't matter how the workload got there. So that's workload protection coming soon. Actually there.
Yeah? Man, this was fast. Thank you very much. If you want to learn more about what we do with workloads, I'm inviting you to the tech tables and we show a real demo and we have additional sessions about it. So now that I drink some water, even better, I will talk about summarizing what we have in the cloud space. So as you can see, we're giving you a full suite of products. We're giving you ability to secure your everything in the cloud. With YAS, DOM9, we're giving you it with logic and now also with WAP and with workloads. So we talked about how we secure the cloud, but what about how do we connect your environment to the cloud in a secure way? You have your data center, you have your branch offices, they need to be connected as well. So when you think about connecting those environments to the cloud, three things are important. The first thing obviously is security. You need to make it scalable, and you want to make it fast. You don't want to spend time. You have many branch offices, you want to connect fast and to get them secure. So for that, we have on the left side, on the branch offices, we have CloudGuard Edge and Connect. And for the data center, we have a very, very unique offering here. We call it Maestro. And I want to start with Maestro and how we secure the data center. Now, if I'll ask you, like you're taking your applications right now and you're moving them into the cloud. But you're not going to get rid of your data center. You're going to have a data center for many, many years to run. And more traffic will flow from your cloud to the data center, from the data center to the cloud. And then I will ask you, how much more traffic do you need between the data center and the cloud next year, the year after? You probably don't know. It's hard to know. With Maestro, it's not a problem. Because you put Maestro, you put whatever appliances that you buy from Checkpoint to secure your data center, and when you need more capacity, it only takes you 2 minutes to add yet another gateway, to add it to Maestro and service the needs. You can protect your investment. You don't need to replace your appliances that you bought a year or 2 years ago. You just increase the capacity as needed. This is the hyperscale technology that is very unique, and it allows you to connect your data center to the cloud. Okay, but what about the branch offices? No worries. For the branch offices, we're giving you the ability to do it in 2 ways. The first thing is with a cloud service. We call it CloudGuard Connect. You can take all your branch office traffic. You can use whatever SD-WAN vendors that you want, and you've seen outside all of them sponsoring these events. We have tight integration with them. And it was important for us to make sure that you can easily and very fast use whatever SD-WAN vendors that you want to connect all your branch offices to the cloud in a secure way. And it takes only a few minutes to do it. Then you can come and say, but what if I want to secure my branch office in the branch locally? For that, we have the CloudGuard Edge. CloudGuard Edge, it's a UCP, it's a very small gateway of Checkpoint that you can put inside your SD-WAN. For example, with VeloCloud, we are offering you the ability to put Checkpoint inside the VeloCloud SD-WAN, but there are others as well, and secure your branch office. And I have with me Aviv to come and show you a demo how it actually works. Hi, Aviv. Thanks for joining. So by the way, Aviv, aside Gil and Dorit, which are the most veteran people in the company. Aviv is the third one with how many years? 20?
Nearly 24 in
Nearly
about 2
24 years in
months.
the company. Unbelievable. So Aviv, what's the demo is about?
So Itai, you talked about CloudGuard Connect, and it's very easy and simple to set it up. But we wanted to take it much, much further. So what we've done, we've created an integration with leading SD-WAN vendors to make it very simple and intuitive to set it up. And what I'm going to show you is just how simple it is. So let's start and look. We worked with the leading vendors and we worked with APIs to create everything automatically for you, to have that single experience of a single product to manage and to configure. And let's start and how it looks. We start with a very empty setup. Nothing is defined. And now we're going to move to the Silver Peak Orchestrator, which is one of our SD-WAN vendors. All we have to do is drag that checkpoint icon to the preferred policy order. And actually, that's it. Nothing else you need to do. From this point, all your cloud, all your sites, all your data center is protected automatically now and in the future. And you can see all the sites created automatically. And we are taking this to market in a very great way. We are going to expand our ecosystem to include all the leading SD-WAN vendors in this industry. And that's it. Thank you, Itai.
Thank you very much, Aviv. Again, if you want to see more about our CloudGuard Connect and CloudGuard Edge, you are welcome to the tech tables and to the sessions. And as you can see here, if I'm summarizing it, this part, you see that we are connecting and protecting your data center and your branch offices with security, with hyperscale technology, and it's very, very fast. So we talked about securing the cloud, connecting to the cloud, but what about the devices, the mobile devices and the endpoint? Let's talk about that. They also need to connect to the cloud and to the internet, right? Now, more and more vendors today come to you customers and tell you, we give you a cloud service for that. Send us all the traffic and we will secure the traffic that goes to the internet from a cloud service. What they don't tell you is that 80% of the traffic is SSL based and they don't open the SSL. They only give you URL filtering and they don't really protect you from 5th generation and 6th generation of cyber attacks. So obviously, a cloud service is not the best way to do that. What do we do in Checkpoint? We are giving you security that lives on the devices themselves. So we did it for years now with our SandBlast Mobile. We secure Android and iOS. We're doing it now with securing Windows and Mac and Linux. This is a new thing that we're doing now with Linux as well. So we're securing your endpoint devices with SandBlast Agent, but we have something new today. We're doing it also within the browsers. We have SandBlast Web, and this is our ability to secure all the communication that comes in and out from your browsers. Now, let's zoom in and understand what's the important feature or capabilities in this new product. So you want to secure the traffic that goes to the internet. Because we live on the browser, it's a small nano agent that lives inside your browser, we see all the traffic in clear. So not only that we give you what everyone else is doing with preventing bad URLs, we can protect against 0 days. Because we see what the actual user is trying to do, we can protect you from zero phishing. But the cool thing here also is that because it's not a cloud service, you don't need to pay the cost and the overhead of a cloud service. And you don't have the latency, and if you have employees that are traveling the world, you don't have to deal with privacy issues. So definitely that's a much better way, in our opinion, to secure web communication. Now, I'm talking about devices. Let's talk about the new generation of the devices, the IoT. Now, IoT becomes the weakest link. And the reason for that is because no one actually patched them. You don't know about them. Someone comes to your organization and connect a smart camera, put whatever he wants, and it's part of your network. And those devices are not protected. And you know what? I'll tell you 2 stories about it. One story is about a few months ago. I've been in New York, and I met one of our customers. They have security cameras in the buildings, and they told me, you know, we had the controller that controlled all those security cameras and it got defected. So we had to replace it. The controller of those cameras came from the manufacturer with the ransomware built in. The moment we connected it to the network, we started to have machines infected in our networks. And then we've seen it also with smart meters. Companies that have smart meters, that hackers got into the smart meters and from there into the data center, or with a UTM machine, they got into the UTM machine and from there into the data center. So we've seen different type of IoT devices that becomes the weakest link. Now, we need to secure them. And for that, we have the Checkpoint IoT security. Now, what do we do with the Checkpoint IoT security? We focused on these three verticals. We focused on smart office and smart building. We focused on medical devices, the MRI machine, the infusion pump, and industrial IoT devices, OT devices. So it starts by, you don't have to use Checkpoint at all. All you need to do is give us the firmware. It's an online service. You give us the firmware, and we generate for you an assessment, and firmware risk assessment, telling you, you know, this device that you are using has weak password or known passwords or credentials. There are known vulnerabilities, and you know, it also tries to communicate with a domain, with a URL that looks suspicious. Then, if you choose to use Checkpoint to secure your IoT, you can use this service, the risk assessment service, automatically to scan all your devices and give you information about all your devices automatically. And we're doing it with discovering all your devices. By the way, again, in this CPX, you'll see all the IoT vendors, discovery vendors that are partnering with us to give this service for you. Now, once you do that, we are also giving you the ability to macro-segment or micro-segment your environment. And if you are also a company that have a lot of IoT devices from the same type, I talked before about smart meters, or if you are a vendor that develop IoT devices, we're giving you the ability to put a nano agent on your IoT. Whatever firmware that you use, put a Checkpoint nano agent on your IoT and offer your customers this IoT secured with Checkpoint inside. So I talked about all the different security capabilities that we have, but I want to explain how everything works together, right? This is what Gil talked about, the Infinity Next. We secure everything, and it's with an architecture that works and secure everything together. We talked about the 60 security engines that we are offering. We talked about the fact that we secure 50 types of assets. But how do we do it all together? How do we manage this operation? Today, you have to buy from Checkpoint a management server and to do it yourself, right? You have to upgrade it, to maintain it, to replace the appliance, the security management appliance. What if we will give it to you as a cloud service? You can go and just log into a cloud portal and get everything. For that, we are introducing today the Checkpoint Management as a Service. You go to the Checkpoint Infinity portal, and you can manage your endpoint, your mobile, you can manage your cloud, your Dome 9, you can manage your appliances. Everything is with a web GUI. You don't need to worry about the maintenance of the management solution. We care and do it for you. Now, on top of that, everything is scalable. Obviously, the management is scalable, but we also wanted to give you a scalability on the enforcement point, on the appliances. And we are shipping now, today, 5 new appliances that are all powered with Maestro, all tightly connected and work with Maestro. And because security, we take it very seriously, and we believe that we need to protect against 5th generation of cyber attacks, they are all coming in the first year with the best and the full security from Checkpoint, with our SandBlast package. Now, this is the last innovation that I'm going to talk about today, and I think this is the coolest one, in my opinion. We have in Checkpoint Threat Cloud, right? This is the solution, the intelligence solution that gets to investigate 4 billion IOCs every day. This is the solutions that prevents 25 million unknowns every day. But up until now, we used Threat Cloud only to help our products to give you the security. What if I'm giving you the ability to access Threat Clouds as much as you want and to query Thread Cloud. For that, we're introducing today Checkpoint Infinity SOC. You can now Google search Thread Cloud. Give us the domain, the URL, the file. We will tell you everything we know about it and how to mitigate it. We will give you a full solution, a full report about what we know there. And in the Infinity SOC, you'll find many more capabilities. For example, you'll find that we give you a tool that finds hidden attack, exposed, infected machines inside your network that you don't know about them, and give you a very detailed explanation how to mitigate, how to remediate it. So I want to invite on stage for the last demo of the day, I want to invite Itai Segal. Hi, Itai. Thank you, Itai. So,
Hi,
Itai,
everyone.
what are we going to see here?
So we're going to show a quick demo that illustrates really some of the power of Infinity SOC and show how we can provide insights that accelerate and focus security operations. So let's get it rolling.
Sure, let's go see.
Okay, hi everyone. So this is a demo from a customer, about 10,000 users, a small 24/7 security operation. They had absolutely no idea they'd been already breached. But within 24 hours of onboarding the customer, Infinity SOC identified 12 infections on their network and helped them find the root cause and prevent future attacks. So here it is in action. Our AI engines have identified, you can see here, the 12 infected hosts, classified them. There were 6 malware families in there. And for each alert, you can see there's a lot of analytics, both from the customer network and from Threat Cloud. And using this data, the customer actually ran an investigation and confirmed to us these were all spot-on detections, true positives. So after cleaning the infections, they wanted to understand how this hit them. And for this, they used Infinity SOC to search Threat Cloud. And searching for some of the indicators, and you'll see this in a moment in the video, the customer gets a wealth of information. So here you can see the search of the indicators, and we provide a lot of information, both from global spread, email subjects, related IOCs, threat emulation reports, and much, much more. And using this information, the customer was able to very quickly identify the root cause of the attack. It was an email. And as a result, the customers now moved not only to use Infinity SOC, they're actually implementing Checkpoint SandBlast to address some of the gaps in their security.
Well, thank you very much, Itai.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So to summarize everything, you remember at the beginning I told you my innovation story from Beijing, right? And I promised to explain what happened there. So here it is. So we have the tree on the left side. This is the big tree. We have the small tree on the right side. And I asked you, what innovations they used in Beijing to make it grow so fast in 5 months? So this is what they did. They injected fertilizers into the trunk of the tree, into the veins of the tree, and make it grow so fast. I was amazed when I've seen it. And by the way, I've seen the people actually planting there and planting those trees, and I talked to the supervisor, and we become kind of friends. And after a while, he asked me, so tell me, Itai, how many Israelis are there? And this is a local Chinese guy. And I told him, we are 8 million. And he says, no, not here in China, all together. And I said, no, we are only 8 million people. Anyway, so talking about innovation, I shared with you today 11 new innovations that we are introducing in these CPX events. And these innovations help you to prevent 5th and 6th generation of cyber attacks. And we gave you on the chairs when you came in a brochure listing 18 new innovations that we are introducing here in this CPX events. You are welcome to go and learn more about them in the track sessions. You are welcome to go and visit us in the tech tables to see a real demo of how they work. Thank you very much and enjoy CPX.